Look in the mirror, don't know what to say, but I'm happy the man I am.
Goddamn, we back at it. Drake 21 Savage collab album Her Loss is here. It's a 16 track album between the two. You know, we've gotten a plethora. I think they've done like 4 or 5 collabs on each other's albums, on one another's albums, the way Capacity formed over the last like 4 years. I believe their first collab was back in 2017 on Drake's More Life playlist, as he like to call it. It's an album. He calls it a playlist for some reason, which I can consider to call it a playlist because it has different kind of genres, different kind of styles of music on there. But that's a whole different conversation. That's a 5-year-old conversation for Drake and More Life. But yeah. No, the last time the collab was back on Drake's album, which was released earlier this year, honestly. Nevermind, which is the interesting album, club album. That came and went. But the song that reminisced, that one song that stayed over the course of the whole thing was, of course, Jimmy Cook's, the last track on the album, was teased into this album, Her Loss. And then the collab album between Drake and 21 Savage, you know. Drake and 21 Savage is an interesting combination. Before, honestly, Nevermind for Jimmy Cooks. The last time they collabed on one of was on Knife Talk on Drake's second to last album on Certified Lover Boy back in last year, September of last year. And I really honestly like that track. Other tracks that they made in the past, like I said, the first time they collabed one another was on More Life. Now the tracks together was here and there, didn't really vibe too much for me. It was one of my favorite songs on whatever album it was. Mr. Right Now back in 2020 for 21 Savage and Metro Boomin's Savage Mode 2 album was pretty solid. They reacted to that, so I guess if you want to check it out, the reaction to that is going to be up there. But yeah, it was alright to me. The tracks together wasn't too many for me. But Jimmy Cooks, honestly, Nevermind. I did a full album reaction to that, so I'll also link down up here, probably link down below as well. But Jimmy Cooks, absolutely solid. I love that track, the production, the style from Drake, the style, the way 21 Savage came on, the way he snapped on that. Absolutely thoroughly enjoyed that track, and hopefully that transitions onto this album, which is a 16 tracks long and is precisely 1 hour long. God damn, it's a long album. I was hoping the album would be like 8 to 10 tracks, you know, nice little 35, maybe 40 minutes if it was on a track or two. But for a whole hour, 16 tracks, god damn, this shit is long. There's only one feature that's listed, and Travis Scott. Travis Scott is on Pussy in Millions. Interesting track title. But yeah, that's the only like listed feature that we got on here. I'm sure there's probably a lot of sneaky features, a lot of features not listed on here in some way, shape, or form. We've been getting a lot recently on a lot of people's albums. They're not listing the features initially, and then like a few days after the album has been listed and then solidified in people's words, then they somehow just throw on the features on there. But yeah, I'm expecting a lot of raps, a lot of hardcore raps. I'm suspecting some melodic. You know, Drake and 21 Savage done a lot of melodic tracks together or apart from one another. So I'm expecting some nice raps, some traps, some trap music. Of course, 21 Savage is trap artist in his own right. Some melodic songs and everything in between. I'm expecting some soul samples. I'm expecting, like I said, trap music. I'm expecting some melodic. It's gonna be a lot of diversity. I'm expecting on this album, especially being 16 tracks long. Goddamn, all these tracks album so goddamn long. And since because it is so long, you're gonna watch that clock tick and tick and tick. We're currently 12:08 right now. I'm assuming this is probably gonna be done by like 12:30 or so. Not 12:30, 1:30 or so. But we'll see if that clock stops when we get to the end of this album. But I'm rambling on. I guess I gotta get my disclaimer out of the way. This is a full album reaction review, which means there's gonna be a lot of jumps, cuts, and skips throughout the entirety of the video. It's not something I want to do. It's something I have to do because of YouTube and the record labels, UMG, blocking videos, etc., etc. So it's not gonna be a full all the way through. It would be a long ass video if it was. It'd be easily over like an hour or 45 minutes long, but it's gonna be a lot of jumps, cuts, and skips. So hopefully I can cut it up, chop it up into a digestible, maybe 45 minutes, maybe pushing the album. If I'm talking a lot, see, I'm constantly talking a lot, so it's gonna be pushing the album longer and longer. But that's neither here nor there. It's just a disclaimer that it's gonna be a lot of jumps, cuts, and skips throughout the entirety of the songs. It's something I don't want to do. It's something I have to do to avoid the copyright. And otherwise, I'm just talking to a camera, even though I am talking to a camera right now. I would be just talking to the camera by myself. I can't post the video get blocked because of copyright. Alright. Hopefully that's digestible. With all that being said, collab album from Drake and 21 Savage. Her Loss. Alright. The first track we got is Rich Flex. Let's see how it starts off.
About zip weed, hit the club, pay for about 10 niggas to get in, we crunk, lit, any bitch. Yeah.
Get your ass mushed, smushed. Ooh. Yeah, 21.
The 66666.
21, can you do something for me?
21.
Can you hit a little rich flex?
Drake with a little melodic to open it up. Okay, with a nice little soliloquy from 21 Savage, and then Drake opened it up with a melodic. Okay, I'll tell you, it's gonna be a little bit of a mixture of melodic, some traps, some raps. I expect a lot from this album. I expect a lot of diversity and a lot of good time on this album. Let's continue on.
21, can you do something for me? Drop some bars to my pussy ex for me. 21, your thing, 21.
Yellow diamonds in a watch. This shit costs a lot. Never send a bitch or die. I know you on your period, man. Can you suck it? I'm a savage.
That's a good alternative.
Don't call me on Christmas Eve, bitch. Call your dad. Bitch, call your uncle. Hey, like an athlete, I got.
All you hoes, all of
Ooh, Drake paying homage to the slow community again? What was that? Liability. The Liability is one of my favorite tracks from Honestly Nevermind. One of the very few favorite tracks from Honestly Nevermind. But you hear this with the slowed again? Look at Drake paying homage to the communities out here. Speaking of paying homage to the community, why is this man posting a hentai on the IG main? I don't know if he did that on purpose, but why this man posting a hentai on the IG main? That's a whole different kind of discussion, but let's carry on. Drake hitting us with the slowed? Shout out to Drake showing his love to the slow community. I know Miami is loving this. I know Miami is definitely loving this.
need to remember who y'all talking to. It's the Slaughter Gang CEO. You need to find you someone.
The beat switches on this track. It's like the third one now.
Sticks and stones, chrome on chrome. That's just what a nigga owns.
No, he did not just use the 24s. The TI 24s. For all the youngers out there that know the TI song 24s. Oh, that's one of my favorite TI tracks of all time. That's one of my favorite tracks of the 2000s of all time. That's all of my brothers wrote 24. Like, oh, that's a classic. That's a classic Drake using that flow. Oh, it's taking me back to my younger days. It's taking me back.
Clones got them kissing through the phone. Pussies clicking up so they don't feel alone. Hey, told her ass to kiss me in the club. Fuck a TMZ. I used to want a GMC when I was doing B&E. She came in heels, but she left out on a cozy shit. Hey, I'm living every 24 like Kobe did.
Oh, R.I.P. Kobe.
See Drake and they underestimate. Take it from a vet. That's a rookie ass mistake.
And that's Rich Flex. That's a solid opening track there. Nice little, like I said, it's nice little diversity. We're gonna get some melodic, we're gonna get some trap, we're gonna get some raps, and we got all three of them right there in that track. Nice little opening track. Rich Flex. Definitely love Drake, definitely love 21 Savage on that track, and I love the production as well. Like I said, with the beat switches and the different tempos they have on that track. I thoroughly enjoyed that track. Nice little opening track. The next track we got is Major Distribution. Now I'm assuming it's gonna be a trap track because it's major distributing drugs. So that's what I'm assuming the simulation they're trying to make right there. But let's find out. Let's make assumptions. Let's just find out.
Major distribution, man, my label on my dick. You say I'm persuasive, girl, but you can't spell that shit for real.
Did a little beat switch real quick. You can't even spell persuasive. That's a word we learned like elementary school. Persuasive. Let's see if I can spell it. Correct me if I'm wrong. Persuasive. Persuasive. I believe I'm right. I believe I'm right, but let's carry on with that little beat switch at the end there.
In this mansion, I'ma call it caulking. Paid in full, I'ma high fight. Booby trap, we need up in this office. Magic City.
It's in Miami, Florida, booby trap.
I mean, bad bunny numbers, it's a robbery. 500 million just for Aubrey.
Nigga try to play the shit like, play it cool, play me like I'm sweet. Fucking on the Aubrey. Make a IG model run my errands. He go missing, we gon' spin his parents. I ain't tryna wrestle like a rock. Fuck the tricks, I rather took the walk. Lot of things I do is distribution. Labels calling Harry Styles numbers, it's a robbery. My niggas going Zane to catch a body. Go stupid, go stupid, go stupid. Okay, go
And that's Major Distribution. That track was alright to me. I like the opening verse that Drake had there, then the beat switch, and then like the flow that Drake and 21 Savage had I wasn't really feeling it. Then the chorus Go Stupid, I was like, eh. But the bars they had was pretty decent. I like the topic of it, made the distribution music. You know, Drake was talking about his $500 million that he got for his masters and stuff like that. He collected a big track. And when Nicki Minaj said he's a billionaire, that he doesn't like talking about he's a billionaire, I truly believe that, because not only that, the $500 million, Air Drake, the investments he has, the houses he has. Drake is I truly believe he's a billionaire that's very undercover about it, because he already has the fame, the glitz, the glamour, all that. So he didn't really have to flex that he's a billionaire, unlike Kanye. But that's a whole different conversation for Kanye going on with him. But yeah, that track was alright. Next track we got is On BS. On some bullshit. What we on some bullshit about? Drake and 21 Savage. What are we on some bullshit about?
From the ghetto, so my trunk is in my hood. She wouldn't wear no panties around me, even if she could. Gave out nosebleeds, baby, come sit on this wood. If you know it's tension, don't come around me.
21 Savage with the double entendre. Fuck the nosebleeds, come sit on this wood. Basketball court, because they play on a wood floor, and then wood as in, you know. 21 Savage with these bars, man. There's always 21 Savage with these bars.
Can't right my wrongs, but I can still write these hooks.
All time to get exposed, you ain't savage. Say you pussy and he hit it on the nose.
Pussy.
Boy, it's open wide, like it going in and out of Texas, or in and out my sessions, or in and out her best friends, or in and out the courtrooms.
All my bitches Spanish, Boricua. Water on my neck, these diamonds came with coral reefer. She from
How the Adderall, I feel like I could lift a tree up.
see too many cameras, so I never lift.
Oh, I love it when rappers just go back and forth like this. Someone might open it up, trash it into another artist, and they just go back and forth every few bars. I love it when artists do this, man. It's nice little, even though they're not really competing with one another, they're just vibing off of one another. I can definitely see them in the studio one another together and just vibing, just freestyling, just vibing off one another. I love when artists do stuff like this.
Song and make you sound like you the feature.
I jump on your song and make a label think they need you. For real. Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Damn. Maybe I should do a 20. If he held his tongue on that live, he'd be alive again. Damn. My uncle's sister knows she raised a real one. Gentleman, I'm generous. I blow her $500,000 on you hoes. I'm a feminist. I never put no pieces on the
I see what you did there, Drake.
No, I'm on. It's midnight. I don't care. Nothing is happening on a Wednesday. That's what we do in Paris. We don't do Fashion Week.
Oui.
Fashion Week, it's for our V12. I drive a 4-cylinder. I'm come from nothing, but I'm doing something.
I drive a 4-cylinder.
I'm Birdman. That's why I am. In Paris.
And that's on some BS. I have no idea who that Frenchman was, and then the track there. But that track was alright. Definitely enjoyed that. More or less the same as what Major Distribution was. I definitely enjoyed the part that when 21 Savage and Drake were going back and forth. Definitely enjoyed that part of the track. The next track we got is BackOutsideBoyz. BackOutsideBoyz. See what this is all about.
Back outside, boys, told them 70 on the strip, I'm ready to die. Cutting the traction, bet in the corner, bet I made shit.
Did I hear a little baby in the background? You get a little secret feature from Little Baby on this track? Let's find out.
Making a Brinks truck, I write wrist and cleat. I spend days in the east trying to figure if I'm geek. Couple million on my cars, I went Tyson, I'm too nice. Nigga shot me fucking with this little wall, I think she buy. Tweaking the 6 guys. Let's go. I don't know nothing about no crime or no news. It's financial, girl, I got the loot.
Give me the loot.
Who the president? I never voted once. Yeah, if I
Oh, he is Canadian. And that's BackOutsideBoyz. That had absolutely no 21 Savage. It does list as no 21 Savage on that track. As you can see, I didn't really say much to the entirety of that track. I wasn't really feeling that track at all. It seemed like we got some ad-libs from Little Baby, and I think another artist we got some ad-libs from, but we didn't get any features on there. Yeah, I'm not really feeling that track. That's definitely one track I am absolutely skipping on this album. I just was not feeling that. But the next track we got is Privileged Rappers. This one has 21 Savage coming right back. So let's see if this this track is all about is a lot better than the previous one.
Well, yeah, look at me dead in my eyes. I know that you know that a nigga ain't lying. Niggas don't know how I live, but that's cause they live it to hide. Hey. Yeah, let's have sex in the bank. Telling her open a safe. I hate a privilege. Niggas be full of excuses after they taking their time. Whoa.
That's facts. Yeah, that's facts.
Too many sticks. How is that your ops and none of them died? Pussy. Hold up. Texting emojis, tongue out, eggplant must have went over her head. Catching my side of the studio, making repeat what he said.
Ooh.
Yeah, wiping my dick with a bruh. Snipe his ass. He got
21 Savage. That's disgusting. We didn't know. We had to know that into detail. We had to know that, 21 Savage. We didn't have to know that.
how you come over the spot when you know it's your time of the month? How? Make a distance. She say she hungry. I gave her dick for brunch. Send me my whole.
And that's Privileged Rappers. I really enjoyed that track. I definitely like that track more than I would say the last 3 tracks. Definitely BackOutsideBoyz is definitely a hell no for me. But yeah, I think they thoroughly enjoyed the vibe of the track that Drake and 21 Savage are sitting on the track. 21 Savage once again with the just the vile bars he be having, just like 20 Savage. Why is it always you when you say some shit like that? Why is it always you? But that track was pretty good. The next track we got is Spin Bout U. What interesting 3 selection of words in a row, but let's find out what this track is all about. You can't be sampling that. That's a throwback.
I got feelings for you. Hope you ain't loving the crew. He had to pop your cherry, but I got it wet like a pool. Ooh. She got a new G-Wag. She want code to the safe. You can have it all. Fuck your man.
I want to do that.
If you out in public and he want your number, just tell him my nigga spin you.
Ooh. That is vintage Drake coming in, and vintage Drake with the vocals, with the melodic. That is classic vintage Drake that we all come to know and love for the last 2022, the last 13, 14 years or so. That is vintage Drake coming on through. But let's continue on with vintage Drake right now.
Baby girl, smoke a nigga talk for you, baby girl. Seen that man who never got pussy in school and making laws about what women could do. I got 8 words when I think about us. It's fuck me.
Drake.
Man, I know what I said about being involved, but just like that R&B group from the 90s, girl.
Drake is giving a lot of passes right now. He said, remember back on Jimmy Cooks, if you say you're a model, when you haven't been in Vogue, you haven't been a model, now you just say, I know what I said. I know you said you had to be a model, you got to be in Vogue. But I'm going to give you a pass, girl. I'm going to give you a pass. I'm going to give you a little leeway just because it's you. Just because it's you. You cap it right now, Drake. You cap it. That is facts. You could do that. Drake could do that.
For real. You make me feel coming out my body for you.
And that Spin Bout U, that's definitely one of my favorite tracks right now. That's definitely up there with Rich Flex, the opening track. Definitely Spin Bout U. I definitely thoroughly enjoyed that track. The opening verse from 21 Savage, the production of the side, and then the chorus with Drake, vintage Drake. Then we got the melodic Drake, but Drake was capping on his verse. I ain't gonna lie, Drake was definitely capping on his verse. I see what you're doing there. I see what you're doing there, Drake. But I thoroughly enjoyed that track overall. It's definitely one of my favorite tracks. It's definitely the track that's up there with Rich Flex, like I said, the intro track. Yeah, Spin Bout U is definitely on the top of my list of the favorite tracks on the album so far. The next track we got is Hours in Silence. This sounds like about to be some Marvin's Room type shit, but I'll find out what this track is all about. Damn, this is a 6.5 minute track. Holy! Man, it's a SoundCloud rapper.
My album is paying her bills. I don't even need a deluxe. The stomach is flat as fuck. She still fat shit in her gut.
My album paying her bills. I don't need a deluxe. Cause we are in the epidemic right now. and the deluxe albums. Not only we getting albums that's like 20 plus songs, we get a deluxe that has additional like 10 songs on there. I'm getting tired of this shit. I'm already upset that this album is 16 tracks long. I was fully hoping and expecting 8 to 10 tracks, 12 max, and we getting 16. I'm already upset. Can you imagine getting a 20 track album, then an additional 10 on the deluxe after that? That shit frustrates the hell out of me, but that's a whole different conversation. But let's carry on, Drake. Let's just carry on before I go on a tire rant already. I hate long ass albums, okay? I just hate them.
She saying that shit is natural. I don't care if she making it up. I know you give me that shit and I'm sorry on my ways. Girl, you know that savage love. Girl, you know that savage love. You gotta turn my bitch up.
God.
Turn my bitch up. Turn my bitch. Turn my bitch. Turn. I gotta stop going. You're acting like a bride to be. Behind closed doors, sliming me. Friends all advising me. If you highs and you're planning our goodbyes, will I turn you out?
Oh my God, Drake!
I fulfill all of your desires. You don't work, but it's my fault that you got superpowers on your knees. It's my fault for once it's one-sided loyalty.
Oh my
fault for
Drake!
got you riding around with niggas that are nothing like me.
Me, ooh! Oh, let me pause real quick, man. If you know me, if you've been a reviewer of the channel, a subscriber to the channel, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe below. But you probably wouldn't know what to say. This track is an absolute vibe. And not only that, if you know me, you know what I'm about to say. I just imagine myself. It's late at night. It's almost 1 o'clock in the morning, as you can see. I just imagine myself driving on the highway. No cars in front of me, just my headlights and the white lines just parting in front of me. And you just vibing out to the track. The track is in the background. And you just driving late at night on the highway. That track is the perfectly fits my playlist of the late night jams. That's what immediately is going on. This track is a nice little vibe. It's something that you on the highway late at night, just driving and just vibing out to. I love the track like this, man. Late night jams, man. Late night jams. Drake, you know exactly what you're doing with this track, homie.
No, you got my confidence on set.
And that's Hours in Silence. Thoroughly enjoyed that track, man. Like I said earlier on, that track is a hell of a vibe. Definitely something that definitely immediately going on the Late Night Jams playlist. Just damn, that's classic Drake. That track reminds me of like Fire and Desire from Views. That was back in 2016, 6 years ago. God damn, time was flying by. So that track kind of reminds me of Fire and Desire, just that slow tempo, vibey of a track. Just Drake just singing in the background, just like I said, personally encapsulates the Late Night Jams playlist, and I thoroughly enjoyed that. And just damn, we got a small little second from 21 Savage, like in the early middle of the track there, but the rest of the way was just Drake in his bag and his singing melodic singing bag, just perfect, and it's just the vibe, hell of a vibe. The next track we got is Treacherous Twins. Goddamn, it sounds like they on some demon time with that track. Treacherous Twins. Let's find out what this track is about.
Yeah. You my treacherous little twin. You my treacherous little twin. Yeah. For what they say. But I know you riding with your twin till we fade away. We used to have nothing to our names, still had great days. You say you a dog and roof, nigga, I'm a dog. When I need a friend.
Who can I depend on like you know? Don't show ID at clubs cause they know that I'm 21. Oh, 21. Who do a crime at a time when it was loose for me?
I wanna tell you how I feel.
And I'm sure that's 21 Savage verse.
You my treacherous little twin, and you know that we locked in, and I love you like my kin. It's whatever for you.
And that's Treacherous Twins. I thoroughly enjoyed that track. I like the nice little wave we going with the melodic tracks. You know, 3 straight in a row. Spin Bout U, Hours in Silence, and Treacherous Twins. 3 straight melodic tracks. Like I said, I think it's going to be a lot of raps, a lot of traps, and a lot of melodics. So we definitely get it on there. We got 3 straight melodic tracks. I thoroughly enjoyed that track. That track is definitely on the upper echelon of my favorite tracks, man. They 3 in a row right there. 3 in a row. I absolutely thoroughly enjoyed the tracks. The next track we got is Circo Loco. Circo Loco. I don't know why I did that. That's why I know what this track is about.
I've been blowing through the money like you growing trees. I've been fucking on a French bitch, say la vie. I just put a crow and shoot from anywhere like you Ray Allen. Cody, turn me up. Shorty said she graduated, she ain't learned enough. Lady album, track 1, I heard enough. Gotta put her on the team, got a great bench. Linking with the ops, bitch, I did that shit for Jay Prince. I'd rather hit him up one more time. Hey.
Just teasing us right there.
And he did some dirt, now my Cody gotta migrate. Probably won't see him for some years. When I do though, turn me up.
In the drop top bins like it's 03. Had the shooters aim down from the nosebleed. Red flag giving blood on some donor shit. All the odds get a bullet on some Oprah shit. Went from Angel Town to stage to a bigger stadium, and I'm down to hit them up one more time.
He came in with the singing. I'm like, when he did that earlier in the track, I was like, that's a tease. That's why he teases like that. And then he came back in, and now he actually hit us with the stinging melodic. Okay, I like that. I like it.
One more time, you gotta run the face.
And that Circo Loco, I also thoroughly enjoyed that track, man. They on the roll right now. They had me scared at the beginning because the first track I thoroughly enjoyed, and then the next like 3 tracks I was like, pretty wrapped up like it's all right. Then the last 4 tracks I thoroughly enjoyed it. I had a good time, a good mood. Oh, I thoroughly enjoyed it. The next track we got is Pussy and Millions. Hell of a track title. Featuring Travis Scott, once again the only listed feature on his album. So far we only got like random ad-libs from other artists, which was on Privileged Rappers maybe, when we had the ad-libs. I don't know, probably in a different track. But this is the only feature track we actually got from another artist outside of Drake and 21 Savage with Travis Scott, who has a long history with both artists. So I think it's going to be a good track. It's going to be a good time. It's always good to hear Travis Scott's voice. We're still waiting for Utopia. God knows when that album's coming out, but Pussy and Millions. That's how we do.
I've been out late night creeping, shot slide on bitches. Posted up with the militia. It's mine on Pussy and Millions.
It's not a bad combo to be have your mind on.
I'm trying to call it sex symbol to eat my kids up. They say
I'll call it a sex symbol to have her eat my kids up. Let's take it back to 21 Savage and Travis Scott Pharrell Williams, where this man said she eating on my kids. She's a bad babysitter, something like that. I'm paraphrasing a little bit, but I think 21 Savage said she eating on my kids. She's a bad babysitter. Why does man Drake just basically just rephrase that? What's wrong with these things? What's wrong with them?
they say more money, more problems. Bring on the problems.
Which I disagree with fully, but carry on.
Bring on the motherfucking problems. Hey, who said it's cheaper to keep her? I'd rather release her body and give her away like a feature.
Come to me without a smoke.
Ooh.
I like the money for sure. Hit it from the back, she bent up. Playing with the money, get spent up. $250,000 on her dental. She say I'm a stepper but gentle.
Bring on the motherfucking.
Only sign in the game, we the new she and
But you switched to Travis Scott?
Gotta thank God for this. I got a lot that I give, I be handing. I guess I get Christmas on 20. Breaking the records, more money, more problems. It come with the status. Running through customs when you run at Alice. Just needed some time to set up my time. Now they see the signs. He didn't leave me solo right here, all alone in the still. I've been out late night, creeping, trying to slide on bitches. You know I got a sex and I eat my kids.
Bring on the problems. Bring on the motherfucking.
And that's Pussy and Millions. Thoroughly enjoyed that track. Definitely from the subject matter. All three artists coming together. The production, the beat switcher, I was not expecting for Travis Scott's verse. And then the subject matter, definitely enjoyed that Pussy and Millions. And then I'm on my mind on two things. Pussy and Millions. That's not a bad combination to have your mind on. And then and Drake said, they say more money mean more problems. He said bring on the problems, which is a great mindset. Hey, more money, more problems? Shit, give me the money. I deal with the problems head on. Just bringing me on my millions, you know what I'm saying? So I thoroughly enjoyed that track. Travis Scott added a nice little touch to the album because we haven't had another artist and no other artist is featured on the album. So a nice little switch up with a different voice on the album. The next track we got is Broke Boys. We don't want no scrubs. We don't want no broke boys out here. Let's see what this track is all about.
Yeah. I'm riding around in Atlanta with Sam, cause that nigga been going harder than me. Nothing ain't changed, I'm just harder to please. He know where this shit about to go. Cause nobody touching the flow.
Whoa, I got more stripes than Adidas.
Yeah, I got the stripes, but fuck Adidas, nigga.
I don't.
Drake infamy said, check sober stripes. That's what I like. Yeah, that's what I like. Yeah, classic. But yeah, definitely check sober stripes. Let's carry on. That's my personal opinion, but check sober stripes, okay? Check over stripes.
Just I leave them.
Screaming like I'm just
I don't get mad. You must be Coach K cause you ain't P. I'm on the jet like my last name Lee. Born in October, I'm so OVO.
Me too. Thursday was last week.
My niggas what man.
so you know where this shit about to go. Tryna go broke. Oh damn, man, you niggas is the worst. Savage snatching out your crib house when he could've bought it first. Niggas dumb as fuck. Imagine if I did that stupid shit when I was coming up. Niggas made me nauseous. I had enough of broke boys. I can't talk to broke boys. All you niggas make me sick.
Who is going crazy on these keys?
I don't got no time for niggas posting mansion, living in a I can't talk to.
That 808 drop is crazy. Telling you, who tweaking on them keys? And that's Broke Boys. Thoroughly enjoyed that track there, especially the production. The production was going crazy. The 808s was going crazy. And like I said twice on that track, whoever was on the piano keys in the background was absolutely snapping on it. Shout out to whoever was on the keys. Yeah, thoroughly enjoyed that track, man. This is a nice little food for thought, man. You want to hang around people that's lower than you, not from a human perspective, but don't have the proper mindset of growing themselves, being a better person overall, growing their wealth, etc., etc. So you want to be around those people are going to bring you down. You want to be around successful people, etc. I know what 21 Savage and Drake was going on with that track. The next track we got is Middle of the Ocean. What the hell is going on in the middle of the ocean? Why the subject matter of the track is the middle of the ocean? Guess there's only one way to find out.
Yeah.
Damn, this is nearly a 6-minute track right now. Remember the last 6-minute track, how much I enjoyed it.
The boat was rocking too much on some Aaliyah shit. Hey. Look. Short rigatoni with the pesto.
Ooh, you know what this track sound like it's about to be? This track sound like it's about to be some Lemon Pepper freestyle, some Churchill Downs type track. It's about to be like a track where Drake just speaks his mind, pen to pad, just let the thoughts just run. That sounds like what this track is about to be about. I love when artists just put a beat in the background, probably a nice little soul sample, a sample loop of a vocal sample loop, and just let that pen to pad, just let the thoughts just go. This is what this track is about to be. I could be wrong, but it sounds like it was about to be.
Niggas so ignorant in our hood, they be like, why the fuck you making techno? I'm worldwide and this is just another cargo jet flow. I had to let go. Life is...
Okay. No, that's what a lot of people are saying, like what Drake was trying to do with Honestly Nevermind. You know, just create a different vibe of an album, just create something different overall, something that get tack on or attached to a different set of people outside the normal rap, hip hop, R&B, pop overall, etc., etc. So I can honestly understand that he just expanded his catalog to attach to a certain perspective of different people that's initially attached to his music. But it's just like it wasn't really hitting, it wasn't really hitting. But I can understand coming from Drake's perspective. I wanted to make something different, to give it to different people. If y'all didn't like it, it is what it is. But at the end of the day, I just want to make something different, and that's what we did with Honestly Nevermind. Even though I would never come, I still haven't come back to the album. Only Liability, Jimmy Cooks, and then Sticky a little bit. This vibe of Sticky does get you dancing and moving like that. But other than that, outside of everything else, I just wasn't really hitting. But let's continue on with the track.
I wouldn't trade my life for none of y'all's. It's an embargo. 59 bags on a 767. This is heavy cargo.
And Drake.
Model signs, club lines, should've come with us. We left that shit in 09 when we was coming up. I'm down to go get us some boys. I'm here for the moral support.
Ooh.
Whipping the best ball.
Ooh. The beat switches on this album is just so sudden, just no transition, but just so sudden and they hit so hard. Oh my god! Wait, I gotta hear that one more time. I gotta hear that beat switch one more time, cause that was just that hit.
Moral support. Whipping Craft sent the jet for us, that shit was patriotic. You would think we live in Baltimore the way they raise You niggas are too concerned with making sure your outfits gon' match in pairs. If we don't like, no chance the kid'll make it here like vasectomy. They underestimated my trajectory. Begin to reveal themselves over time pairs. Promise you'll get that shit when the sky clears. 8 carats like vegetarians, nigga, the ears are droopy. We might pop up on them at will like Suzuki. Kawasaki, sushi, sake. The fuck would y'all really do without me? For your birthday, your man, I'm going Pink Floyd. You niggas cannot rock with me. She be giving me head and somehow you not topping me. Niggas see this, they should have been in the fountain based on what y'all wishing me.
Well, then the beat switch too? And that's middle of wishing and thoroughly enjoying that track. That was another track that was also almost 6 minutes long. Another track that was just thoroughly enjoyed that. You know, it was that Hours in Silence, but that was another six minute track, and I just thoroughly enjoyed it. I just love the, like I said, that track was actually what I thought it was. It was a pen to pad, just let the artist just speak their mind, and the production just go. The beat switch was absolutely crazy in the middle of the track there, and yeah, I just love when artists just do that, man. They just put the pen to pad, just let their thoughts go, and just let them carry on the track. The production is not usually too crazy, even the beat switch is crazy on that track, but just let the artists just do their thing, and I just love when artists do that, and I thoroughly enjoyed that track with solo Drake there, and we got another solo Drake track with Jumbotron shit poppin'. Some of these titles of these tracks, you just like, what the fuck? Let's find out what this track is all about. 2 minute track on the quickie. Nice little quickie.
Then I did the pint of tech in a cold red. If I tell this bitch to pull her, she gon' moped it. My doggy don't smoke on shit unless it's unlit. She ain't wanna eat it on the first day, it's haram. I don't fuck with drugs.
Haram!
First time, big shit poppin', we the ones that get your shirt down. Niggas try to take a nigga spot and that's too cramped. Make this bitch lick me like a mess down. Strapped up, fuck it, I'ma die lit. He got a stick, we don't run fade. We ain't even out in Turk, she finna take sand. Riding around with F and then we like the whole hand. Doggy unleash it.
Nice little quick track, man. Nice little quick track. And that's Jumbotron shit poppin'. That track was alright. That could have been like, honestly, a throwaway track. That track didn't really do too much. It was just over 2 minutes long. I mean, like, the verse itself was only like 1.5 minutes tops. That track didn't really do too much. That's a streak breaker right there, because it's for like, it was that 3, 4, 7 tracks in a row. I was just playlist. And then that track was like, it was alright. It was nothing too much, nothing too crazy. But the next track, we're bringing 21 Savage coming right back, and the 2 tracks not being on there. We got more M's. And we're only assuming more M's mean more millions. Let's find out what it's all about though. Ooh, you already know. Metro Boomin, you know the history Metro Boomin has with Drake and 21 Savage. Of course, you got Drake and Future with What a Time to Be Alive back in 2015. And I'm surprised we haven't got a second version after all these years. And then 21 Savage, obviously, we got Savage Mode 1 back in 2016, Savage Mode 2 in 2020. So, you know, these artists got some history between one another. They definitely got some history between one another. So, I know it had to be a Metro Boomin produced track on here somewhere, and we finally got more M. So, let's continue on.
Taking less L's, making more M's. Put her skims on, now she acting like she Kim.
Ooh.
Take it to the paint, round with look, cause he shoot without thinking. Baptize a nigga, send him home in a blanket. Upgrade a bitch, you ain't fuck no rapper, you a dinosaur, you ancient. I like fried rice, you better looking at the shade room, that shit be entertaining.
It do be.
Strike like a match, knock him out his hat. Knife to a gunfight, this ain't none of that. Baby, let's go make a film.
6 guy lurking, come up off that bag for the boy that keep working. Thought I was a pop star, I'm Slaughter Gang, I baited him. Walk around like Prince, cause I got a lot of lady friends. Used to be in soft, skating through this album like a Montreal Canadian. Waited out, crack a couple jokes to some bitches on some snake shit. But if I send a verse to their ass, then they'll take it. Shooter might have fucked a rapper girl, but she ain't fucked Drake yet.
That's upper echelon. That's top of the totem pole. Metro
and these bitch going crazy.
That might be another producer tag for Metro. Metro booming, Metro going crazy, Metro going scary, something like that. That's probably another producer tag for Metro, and that man already got like 10 other producer tracks. Metro has probably the most. Has any like who has? That man Metro has like 10 producer tags that he can just throw out there on the track. He just already knows Metro. Like who else had like maybe 2-3 tops from other artists? But Metro had like 10. It's absolutely insane. That track was alright, more M's. It was better than some of the other tracks on the album, like Jumbotron shit Poppin. I didn't really enjoy that. From major distribution to privileged rappers, I didn't really enjoy it. I think more M's is more enjoyable than that. The next track is the second last track, 3 a.m. on Glenwood. Now when people see 3 a.m. with a Drake album tied to it, you know Drake's going absolutely going crazy. But this is just a 21 Savage solo track here. So this is 21 Savage in his Drake bag using a time clock at a place like a street or a city or something like that. So this is 21 Savage taking something out of Drake's playbook and trying to snap on us. It's the only way to find out if he truly does.
Niggas acting like my kids and they be older than him. Can't believe that kid skinny, I really growed up with him. Pull up from the 3 like Stefan, and the coupe bald headed like the other Stefan. Put my kids in private school. You ain't got a mask, I can show you what a hoodie do. Put a screen tight to your eyelids, cover 2. I think they on the left. Roll the window, hit the light.
Put a screen to your eyes, cover 2, because if you anything know about football, you know about a screenplay, and you know cover 2 is the defensive coverage. I see what you did there, 21 Savage. I see what you did there.
PTSD and I mean it. Nigga Johnny got killed and I seen it. I can't fight with these demons. To some real niggas from me, I could kill the whole world and I still won't be even. I be thinking about my brothers while I'm shopping in me. Call my name in the semen. Watch these hoes when you rich, they play games with the semen.
I knew it. I'm like, yo, this man said cement. I know this man's gonna follow up by rhyming it with semen, and sure enough, he definitely did. I fucking hate you, 21 Savage. Why you do this, man? Why do you make these bars, bro? Just why? I just knew. I'm like, this motherfucker better not rhyme with semen. Sure enough, he does. God damn it, 21 Savage.
I ain't trusting white, nigga, I never mace them. Love for my artists, nigga, I never mace them. But I own my master, so I can't do shit but thank them. Video business.
Smart man.
Chasing him.
And that's 3 a.m. at Glenwood. Thoroughly enjoyed that track. That's definitely 21 Savage taking a play out of Drake's playbook right there with a time at a certain place in the city or street and stuff like that. That Drake has a long history of doing that, and then 21 Savage taking one out of his playbook. Nice little melodic track, nice little heartfelt track from 21 Savage. No, he came up as a trap artist, man. Every trap person, trap artist, they have feelings from time to time, and definitely 21 Savage displayed that right there. And now we're down to the last track. I guess it's Fuck Me. I guess it's Fuck Me. It's something I say all the time. Like when I get annoyed or I say something no one pays attention, I'm just okay, fuck me, right? I guess it's Fuck Me. Yeah. I guess it's Fuck Me. That's definitely something I say all the time. So this track might hit home for me, especially just because of the title alone. Last track on Her Loss. I guess it's Fuck Me.
Tired of asking where you be. Tell me what did I do wrong. Tell me what did I do wrong.
Still stepping like Omega side 5 for mine. If being real was a crime, I be doing life. And you hate when I tell you some other time. Like I really got some other time. You just top, I be working 9 to 9. And a 6 upside down, it's a 9. You already know the vibe. Most of them got pretty eyes, titties, and some plans of just getting by. That's the way they live or die. Easy
That's
to
facts.
Girls when you bored in your free time. Shit could make a thug cry, play it like a tough guy.
But the sun never shines on me.
Sleeping, hit me on my hotline.
I know when that highlight be.
Tired of asking where you be. I guess it's Fuck Me. Tell me what did I do wrong.
And that's, I guess, it's Fuck Me to close it out for Her Loss. Thoroughly enjoyed that track. That was a nice little solo track from there, and also a heartfelt track from Drake. We had back to back to close out the album, a solo heartfelt track from 21 Savage, and then closed out with a Drake solo heartfelt track right there. And yeah, Her Loss. I thoroughly enjoyed this album, man. It had me scared at the beginning, like the first like 5 tracks. I only enjoyed the Rich Flex, and then after that was just banger right down the line. Thoroughly enjoyed that track. Definitely had a lot of good highs, not too many lows. It definitely should have been like a 10 to 12 track album. Like I said, major distribution on BS, BackOutsideBoyz, pretty much rappers, and then Jumbotron, Shit Poppin'. Those 5 tracks did not need it. I really didn't enjoy those tracks too much, so I would make it from a 16 to 11 track album, which would absolutely solid. Add another track on 12. Just why not keep a track on there of those 5 that I didn't enjoy it? Just add it on, make it 12, make it an even number. But yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed this album. Great performance between Drake and 21 Savage. 21 Savage only had 1 solo track, which is like why he couldn't even match with Drake. Drake had like 4 solo tracks. Yeah, like 4 solo tracks. But yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed the album. The mixture between 21 Savage and Drake was thoroughly enjoyable. Like I said from the beginning, early on, we got some raps, we got some traps, and we got a whole shit ton of melodic on this album. So I thoroughly enjoyed that. We got some vintage Drake, vintage 21 Savage, the raps, the singing, the bars, the melodic. We got all, which is something I expected from the album. We thoroughly accomplished that. Some of my favorite tracks. Rich Flex, like I said, intro track, thoroughly enjoyed that. Spin About You, Hours in Silence. I think Hours in Silence is definitely probably my favorite track on the album. Just the melodic. 6 minutes of just mostly Drake, just melodic singing. Like I said, late night jams, you on the highways late at night, like it is right now. It's pushing 1:45 in the goddamn morning for y'all. Stop, keep it up late for y'all. Keep it up late for y'all. And yeah, Treacherous Twins also enjoy. Circo Loco, Pussy and Millions with Travis Scott, who was the only featured artist on this track, on this album. Broke Boys, Middle of the Ocean, another solo track from Drake, but also 6 minutes long with Drake just in his bag. And it is a pen to pad, like I said, pen to pad, just let it speak his mind. More M's is alright. It's not one of my favorites, but it's alright for track compared to the rest of the other tracks that I didn't enjoy. Then we got 3 AM with Glenwood and Guess I Fuck Me, 2 solo tracks between the 2 artists to close it out with the heartfelt melodic tracks. And I thoroughly enjoyed this album. I have to rate it out of 10. I would get it a solid 7.5, probably 8. Yeah, probably 8. Like I said, there was definitely like 4 or 5 tracks on this album that just did not vibe with me too much. That could have been left off, and this album could have been damn near a 10 out of 10. Thoroughly enjoyed it. It was everything that I tried to come up with albums without expectations, but this album was everything that I expected. Like I said, raps, traps, and melodic, and we got hit all 3 on there. And yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed it, man. Hopefully this is a precursor. Hopefully people enjoy this as much as I did, especially Hours of Silence, man. Hours of Silence, man. That's definitely my favorite track. But yeah, hopefully where we go from here is interesting, because this is Drake's 2nd album of the year. It's gonna be interesting to see what he does into 2023. 21 Savage is actually going. I forgot to mention this early on the beginning of the album before we did the reactions, but 21 Savage has been absolutely going crazy ever since Savage Mode 2 and the plethora of features they've been doing. They're absolutely going crazy on the features run. It's gonna be interesting to see what he does on a solo album with him in the future and heading into 2023. And yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed this album. Comment down below what you think about the album, what you rank it out of 10. What were your favorite tracks? What were your top 5 tracks? What was the best of the best? Did you disagree with some of the tracks I disliked or didn't really feel too much? But yeah, definitely let me down below what you think about the album. Her Loss, like I said, I rated a solid 8 out of 10. I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I'm definitely gonna be vibing with this album all weekend long in the coming months to close out 2022. And this album might be my top 10 of favorite albums of 2022, but we still got a month and a half to go. And then the year, so it's gonna be interesting to see how that list wraps up. But Her Loss, Drake, 21 Savage, I thoroughly enjoyed it. So, if I have up the video, I got more content like this always coming soon, so please subscribe. Alright, it is 1:40 in the morning. Hopefully it's a long ass hour, 16 tracks. Hopefully I can get it up to y'all by 5 AM. I guess y'all gonna find out by the time I get it done. Like I said, hopefully I get up at 5 AM barring any setbacks. Please YouTube guys, don't be any setbacks. But yeah, hopefully I get up for y'all and then we'll take the time. I stay up for y'all. I do it for y'all. See y'all next video. Peace.